a lot of companies tend to do like a show that's sort of repertoire, kind of greatest hits, and we didn't do that. So we went for the anti-greatest hits kind of show. And so in terms of history, and also, you know, there was that crossing of the company being 20 and me being 40, which is kind of, for a dancer anyway, is a big shift in what you can do and what you can't do and what you might want to do, and there's a kind of aging thing that happens. So I wanted to make it quite personal rather than, yeah, because everything I do is very much about portraits of the people that I'm with. So it's not really, I don't like to use the word autobiography, but certainly portraiture is what comes to mind, and that allows for the body to speak, not just the words, although there is a lot of words. And then in terms of kind of archival things, so we have quite a lot of elements from previous pieces, but they're moments rather than, you know, there's nothing that's recreated apart from the 2 duets, which normally is done by KJ, but today was done with Ducky and Hannah and me and Hannah. One is from 1994, where she stands with her eyes closed. Sorry, 2005. And that other one is from 1994. So those are the only kind of real, and they're sort of non-sections that we took, rather than the best jumps we ever did, you know.
We can't do those anymore.
So I think it was about that. And then in terms of weightlessness, I think it's sort of really the opposite. It's very weighted. Everything about my work is very weighted. I think we were trying to get off the ground, but that was our desire. Like, we always wanted to move slowly, and it never happened. So it's something about a desire. But I think more seriously, it's something about this idea of gravity and levity, or kind of earth and sky. It's quite a sort of yin-yang thing, but for me it's also about kind of death and spirit in some way. On a live show with Nick, we've done it for other companies, so that was really great. And I think the speakers, we were just talking, because of this kind of, not spiritual, but this idea of spirit, so we were talking about the voice of God a little bit, and kind of disembodied voice. So rather than necessarily me talking about my history, it's kind of somebody talking about you. And maybe that third person feeling almost. So yeah, something about a weightless voice, a disembodied voice that's not connected to a body, but maybe is in a relation to a body in space, which is quite interesting. And then we liked a lot of the cableage. There's a lot of cable going on, and we quite like that as an idea of a sort of roots, or something that kind of ties you down, rather than trying to hide it and do it all kind of wirelessly and stuff, which I'm sure you could do. And then the video, we were going for this sort of Polaroid feel, so this black and white image, and something about how you capture the moment, and how you in a sense, you can make it nostalgic. So it's sort of looking at what nostalgia is. So it's a bit like looking through, I don't know, for me, 1970s, you know, American postmodern dance, and you see all these black and white photos. So it's trying to sort of capture that, but in a bigger sense, that capture how our, you know, our aesthetic doesn't come from nowhere. It's got roots. There's a kind of aesthetic history that you carry.
I think one of the key things about Yael's work is that we are very much individuals, even though we're hopefully, you know, connected as a group, and we are an ensemble. We're very much ourselves, and that's one of the pleasures of doing the work. And yeah, that comes through quite simply in the process. That we all generate material, and we all kind of simply learn each other's material to try and get into each other's bodies a little bit. And then you kind of start crafting from there, really, don't you? But a lot of the material does come from us, so it feels like a...
And it's really transferable, so I might create something, but I might never do it. Someone else might do it a lot, so we share information, and we're not precious about what's ours or what's someone else's.
I'm studying dance psychotherapy at the moment, so I'm really interested in the autobiographical side, and just wondered if, as you were performing it, whether you actually felt emotional.
In a performance, there is an expectation that someone's going to be affected by your art, or someone's going to judge what they think, regardless if it's good, bad, or okay. Whereas in a psychotherapeutic context, you are exploring the well, as you know, like the subconscious, or you're exploring yourself, or you're exploring others, or you're witnessing something, you're not necessarily putting it out there for someone to be, to judge, or to give the world, or to show the world something as a choreographer, or as a, there's a bit of a difference there, even though there's a lot of weight there. I think, I don't know, you've probably known that you have to, at the end of the day, you're going to have to show it. And I suppose that's always on our mind.
Yeah, no, it's true, but I've also come to the age of 40. I kind of think, well, you know, people are going to judge it anyway. They might like it, they might not like it. Probably some bits they'll like and some bits they won't like, and that's fine, because that's how I am when I see things. So I'm less worried about judgment than I've ever been, because I'm the worst judge anyway. Like, nobody cares enough, I care. So, no, it's true. So, you know.